Hello everybody, in today's video I am very excited to present the Hell's Cuboid. Now if you haven't seen the Heaven's Cuboid yet, I suggest that you watch that one first because I go through the history and give credit where credit is due on that video, and I don't want to bore you guys by doing it twice, so we'll just get right into the puzzle. So again, this is another version of a 3x3x4 Ghost, but this is the Hell's Cuboid. And I chose this one to be the Hell's Cuboid because this one is much more difficult to assemble. In fact, it took me like 2 hours to assemble this thing because it is such a jigsaw puzzle. And then it's also a lot harder to solve. So let's go into the stand first. This has the Hell's Cuboid, and you can see that it kind of pokes out of the stand. And it's got a couple of little devil horns here, whereas the Heaven's Cuboid had a halo, and here's the same thing. It says Crazy Bad Puzzles, which is the brand of my Shapeways shop. So that is the stand, and it looks great next to the Heaven's Cuboid. Alright, so the difference between this one and the Heaven's Cuboid is that you'll remember on the Heaven's Cuboid, the offset layers were through the 4 layers of the 3x3x4, whereas this one is only 3. 1, 2, 3. And on the Heaven's Cuboid, the top layer had only 1 centerpiece, whereas this one seems to have 2. And the other thing that makes this thing difficult too is that on this one side, unlike this side, which is very, very random, on this side, you can see that we have symmetry in the pieces. Now this is not typical Ghost Cube stuff. Ghost Cubes don't have any symmetry. Every single piece is different. And when Ben designed this, he said, you know, looking at this, there's symmetry in the top, and that's not Ghost Cube properties. Would you like that? And I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? These little tiny corners here, maybe they can be interchanged with each other, and that might create a parity that we would have to deal with and would probably be hell to deal with. And same with this piece and this piece are exactly identical. What if they were swapped over? Would that affect anything else? It might. And same with these corners, and same with these pieces. So, you know, I figured, you know, for the chance that there could be some crazy parity because of that, you know, I think that's a good idea. So I told him, yeah, let's keep that. And of course, there's my signature on here, protected by a sticker protector, and then, so yeah. Now the difficult thing about this puzzle is that a 3x3x4 is solved with the 4 layers this way. And I just want to show the rest of the turning like this. You can see that when it's, you know, turns so you can make more turns. The turning is super smooth. This puzzle turned out so good. This design is so flawless. I can't even give him enough credit for doing it. And then of course here and here. Now the difficult part about this one that is not as difficult in the Heaven's Cuboid is that because you solve it with the 4 layers going from up to down, now you can see that when you're solving these 2 layers, which are the first 2 layers you would solve, these pieces match up, sure, but these don't, right? So they don't match up with the whole layer. So it's a little bit more difficult. You'd have to like put in a piece and then like try to see if they'll, you know, fit somewhere by turning this around and being like, oh yeah, okay, they fit there. But how would you know? Because this piece is down here. It's not actually touching it. So it's a little bit more difficult, but I did find out a way to solve it. I've got a method that is kind of gets around that, but it's still very, very difficult. It's much more difficult than the Heaven's Cuboid. So this one is dyed black. And yeah, I think that this one turns just as good or better than the Heaven's Cuboid. Now, you know, I have I have this one in black with red stickers and the Heaven's Cuboid in white with blue stickers. But if you were to order these puzzles as DIY kits, you could literally dye it any color you want. And same with the stand. And then you could color these any color you want. And you could, when you order stickers from Oliver's shop, you could send him an email and request different colored stickers. So it's not exactly the way I have it. This is the way that I envisioned it. So, you know, you can really do anything you want. So I'm going to go ahead and scramble this thing now, if I can figure out. So here's 4 layers here. So we got to put these lined up like that. And then here's another 4, or sorry, 2. So now we can go ahead and scramble it. And of course, on these sides here, because there's 3, and then I guess you can, yeah. So I'm gonna hold it like this for the 4, and then you can see if I turn it like this and I line up another one, well then I can go ahead and turn, but I want to turn the middle one first too. And then let's turn this one. Actually, let's keep this one this way so we can do this turn. Just got to make sure it's aligned. And then let's turn that. Let's turn this over. Do another move here. Turn that. Let's separate these two. Align it. Separate these. Now those aren't separated. Continue. Now you do have to make sure it's aligned. You can put springs in this, but I didn't put springs in it because I personally don't think it needs springs. I mean, once you start turning, it just goes. Like it's such a well-built puzzle. Okay, so there we go. Separate this little, that's a corner piece. Separate that little tiny corner piece from this one. Oh, and there comes another one. So let's move this over here. And then move this one. Separate that out. Turn this again. See, oh, these pieces are lining up, so let's move them apart from each other. And then one more turn. And there is a fully scrambled Hell's Cuboid. Look at this one layer. As soon as I can line it. Look at this one layer. Look at all the pieces in that layer. Oh, we're actually not quite scrambled here yet. All right. So yeah, like these layers are crazy. All these pieces in here. And you got to figure out how to put it back into a cuboid. So that's the fun with this puzzle. And I like both of the puzzles equally, to be honest. So anyways, guys, that is the Hell's Cuboid. Again, this is available in my Shapeways shop as well as a stand. And if you didn't want the stand, you just wanted the puzzle, you can buy them separately. And if you wanted assembled in dyed versions exactly the way they are, the way you see them, you can email me at crazybadcuber@gmail.com. Email's in the description, as well as the links to my Shapeways shop for these. Now, if you're going to buy either the Heavens or the Hell's Cuboid in DIY form, please read the description because it tells you how to, what you need to assemble it and where you can get the stickers. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.